key people who are here with us. We have two of the founding donors of Peabody's Jazz Department, Sig and Barb Shapiro. We want to thank you. We've got Christopher Ford, the director of the Baltimore School for the Arts, where Dontae attended before coming on to Peabody. Thank you for sending him our way, Chris. We got a dean of our conservatory, Melisina Morris, sitting next to Sig and Barb. We're all very proud of you. So Dontae, I'd like you to come and join me, and I'd also like to ask Paul Matlin, who's the president of the Society of Peabody Alumni, to join me for the more formal presentation and citation for this award. Dontae Winslow, today we recognize and congratulate you for your distinguished professional achievement as a musician and your dedication to helping the children who follow in your path. You come from a background similar to many struggling youths in Baltimore City. Growing up in a rough urban neighborhood, you found music an outlet for expression. You attended the Baltimore School for the Arts, where you met the late Tupac Shakur, who influenced you greatly. You were also mentored by jazz trumpeter Roy Hargrove when you spent a year in New York City at the New School for Social Research. You then came to Peabody, where you earned your Bachelor of Music and Master of Music degrees in trumpet performance. While you were a student here, you were already rapidly becoming a Baltimore celebrity. You were a finalist in the 1997 Thelonious Monk International Trumpet Competition and a finalist in the Marvin Hamlish Search for a Star competition. You toured the world with our own Gary Thomas and his quintet and opened down the road at the Meyerhof for Maya Angelou and others who were performing selections from an album of music and poetry. In 2003, you were awarded a full fellowship to the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz at the University of Southern California. There you studied with jazz pianist and legend Herbie Hancock, as well as Hollywood film composer Terrence Blanchard. As a trumpeter, you've worked in the bands of Jill Scott, Queen Latifah, Christina Aguilera, Gary Thomas, and the Soulful Symphony, among others. But you've also worked as a music producer, songwriter, and arranger with notable artists such as Keisha, Beyonce, Jay-Z, David Banner, and Snoop Dogg. Most recently, you've scored a feature film, The Discarded Boys, directed by Robert Townsend. Amazing. Today, you're part of the duo you founded with your wife, Mashika, called the Winslow Dynasty. This dynamic musical project combines your passion for music that crosses barriers and genres with your desire to inspire a renaissance in creative art and bring positive social change. Your passion for helping children, particularly those growing up in difficult circumstances, led you to record Change a Life, Change the World. This album features her wife and students from Baltimore's Gilmore Edison Elementary Choir, and you won the grand prize in the children's music category of the John Lennon Songwriting Contest in 2002. Tomorrow, you continue your dedication to inspiring young people by working with students in Peabody's Tuned In program. Like you, many of them are gifted students from disadvantaged backgrounds who are passionate about making music, and we thank you for taking your time to mentor these young artists. With this award, we celebrate all that you have accomplished so far and your journey forward as you continue to bring your music to the world, inspiring audiences young and old. On behalf of the Peabody Institute of the Johns Hopkins University, it is our distinct honor to confer upon you the Peabody Young Maestro Award. Congratulations.
Can I get a whoop whoop? Yeah. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Baltimore. I have a little bit of thank you words to say to my peers, family, friends, and everybody. I would like to say thank you to the Peabody Conservatory of the Johns Hopkins University and my family and friends in a piece I've titled, I Remember Being Afraid. I remember being afraid. A lot of my life has been about overcoming fear. And my faith that says that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of sound mind, which is a healthy mind, a mind at peace. Fear is removed by trust, which is affirmed by something constant, immovable, and unbreakable. I remember being afraid to rap and play the trumpet at the same time, until jazz saxophonist mentor Gary Thomas told me he'd pay me $1,500 a week to do it, and allow me to travel the world, travel the globe, and widen my narrow view of life, making me more worldly. I remember I was afraid to perform a rap song at Johns Hopkins University, and the next year they had Eminem come perform. And my songs had paled in comparison in terms of profanity. And then JHU had Cornel West, and he spoke so strongly about the blood of Christ, American slavery, and white supremacy in America that my little love raps came off like a castrated male. Devoid of passion and conviction, it had all proved I feared in vain. I remember being afraid to record a CD, and now I have 8 of them. You can get my latest right here. WinslowDynasty, the Life album. I remember being afraid to move to California, but after the prodding of my wife, Mashika Winslow, I found the gall to pack my bags, leave my cushy full-time job with health benefits, and leave my hometown of Baltimore. Since that journey, I've worked with some of the top artists and icons in my field of music and entertainment. I remember being afraid to audition for the Peabody Conservatory until trumpet teacher Wayne Cameron offered me free private lessons for 6 months. He believed I can get in, and I did. And in 1999, I was the principal trumpet player of the Peabody Symphony Orchestra. Woo. I remember being afraid to be black because everyone seemed more successful and beautiful who were not black. I remember being afraid to have a child because he or she would grow up poor, judged, and vulnerable to a world of violence and pain. I now have a beautiful baby boy, Jedediah, and he brings me more pain, more joy than the pain that the world would ever inflict upon me. I remember being afraid to admit that I was abused as a child. And now, because of my testimony, young people's lives are changed forever. I remember being afraid to admit that I was abused. I remember being afraid to fight and being upset when my mom took me out of karate, which destroyed my confidence to defend myself. And now my son has one of the fiercest Jodan Marshaghetti kicks on the West Coast. I vicariously lived through him. I remember being afraid to stand up for myself until one day I had to stand up for someone else and prevent the possible rape of one of my friends. She never endured that tragedy and is okay today. I remember being afraid to tell my classmates I lived on North Avenue because they would think I was poor. Who knew that one day not having much would lend itself to street credibility and the superfluous bragging rights of being a self-made American who pulls himself up by his own bootstraps. I remember being afraid to tell people I live with my grandmother, grandfather, and 3 mentally challenged uncles, because the next question would be, why don't you live with your mother and father? And why are so many people in your house? But through them, God taught me a lot about faith, marriage, sensitivity to the elderly, and empathy for the handicapped. I remember being afraid to work hard until I realized that faith and hard work are the only keys to success. This has been proven throughout history. I remember being afraid to be married, afraid to love, and afraid to trust a woman. And then God sent Mashika. And y'all know what a blessing she is. Most of my life, I remember being afraid. The more I let go of my fears, the freer I felt. And I was able to allow myself to become a better person. I mastered my fears by realizing they were all just opportunities. And well, Baltimore, I ain't afraid no more! My name is Dontae Winslow. Thank you to my queen, Mashika Winslow. Johns Hopkins University, Jeffrey Sharkey, the Peabody Conservatory, Falstaff Middle School, Cross Country Elementary School, Baltimore School for the Arts, all my teachers, friends, fans, aunts, uncles, cousins, fellow musicians, and all the drug dealers that told me, keep playing that trumpet, this street life ain't for you. Let's party, y'all!
Before you go, we have a surprise student, former student that wanted to present you something on behalf of all of your former students in Baltimore City.
Hello, I'm Tremaine Davis. I am one of Mr. Dontae's students, former students. He definitely taught me a lot. He's the reason why music motivates my mind. He's He's a blessing in my life, and so is his wife. He's the reason why I'm still singing today, not only in church. He's the reason why I stay so active. He's just a blessing. So on behalf of all your former students and everybody that you've ever inspired, we would like to present you with these flowers.
Thank you so much, Tremaine. She was in my choir. Thank you so much, Tremaine. I want to introduce to you guys, on the drums, Mr. John Lampkin. On percussion, Mr. Solomon Howard, who's also an amazing opera singer, by the way. On the keys, Mr. Warren Wolf. On the keys, Mr. Darren Saunders. Background vocals, Mr. Gerald Pringle. My queen, Mashika Winslow. I'm Dontae Winslow. Let's party, y'all. I want y'all to have some fun.
Come on, y'all, put your hands together.
Clap your hands.
If y'all know this song, help us out tonight.
Come on. It's time to party. People, we Hey, a brand new year, I'm feeling good. Only one generation out the hood. I party like a rock star, just got paid. Celebrate love like it's my birthday. Bring it over here, shorty, nice and slow. Come on, mama, dip down, let's get low. You so fine, blowing my mind. I'm acting like a fool in a Soul Train line freeze. Damn ready to drink juice. Bring the whole town to the club like Footloose. Family reunion party over here. Snowball, icy crab, cooked in beer. Long vacation, nice to be free. God, it feels so good to be me. I got one life to live, one night to give. Work too hard all year. Everybody, let's party. Hey, hey.
I've been in school all these years, now I got a lot to give. I've been studying hard, working for the cause. Now it's time for me to live. Overcoming odds has been mighty hard. Y'all look at me like I'm going too far, but the time has come for my what I've done. It's been a rough week, my boss been up on me, but I'm strong and I can see the heat. Think about my weekend, hey, how my day will end, hey. When I get off, go home and hit the streets, grab my girls, we in the club with t-shirts down. All the boys come around, it's time to
Yo, throw your hands to the side. Hey, throw your hands to the side. Throw your hands to the side.
Hey ladies, where the party at? Long hair to my heels, can you handle that? Hey fellas, bring the party back.
Grab a girl off the wall, act confident. Let's take it back to the days of basement block party. Drop the cool, go dance with somebody. Everybody, somebody. Baltimore City, put your hands up.